Friedrich Fabri, does Germany need colonies? Fabri can be seen as a representative German propagandist for imperialism in the 1870s and the 1880s. He has served as an inspector of the Barmen-Rhein mission in southwest Africa. In Does Germany Need Colonies? Bedarf Deutschland der Kolonies? Published in 1879, Fabri made the case for German expansion. The book became so popular that it ran through numerous editions in the later 19th and early 20th centuries. How does he try to persuade his readers that Germany should become a colonial power? Should not the German nation, so seaworthy, so industrial and commercially minded, more than other peoples geared to agricultural colonization and possessing a rich and available supply of labor, all these to a greater extent than other modern culture peoples? Should not this nation successfully pave a new path on the road of imperialism? We are convinced beyond doubt that the colonial question has become a matter of life or death for the development of Germany. Colonies will have a salutary effect on our economic situation as well as on our entire national progress. Here is a solution for many of the problems that face us. In this new Reich of ours, there is so much bitterness, so much unfruitful, sour, and poisoned political wrangling that the opening of a new, promising road of national effort will act as a kind of liberating influence. Our national spirit will be renewed, a gratifying thing, a great asset as a people that has been led to a high level of power can maintain its historical position only as long as it understands and proves itself to be a bearer of the cultural mission. At the same time, this is the only way to stability and to the growth of national welfare, the necessary foundation for a lasting expansion of power. At one time, Germany contributed only intellectual and literal activity to the tasks of our century. That era is now over. As a people, we have become politically minded and powerful. But if political power becomes the primal goal of a nation, it will lead to harshness, even to barbarism. We must be ready to serve for the ideal, moral, and economic cultural tasks of our time. The French national economist Leroy Beaulieu closed his work on colonization with these words: "The nation is the greatest in the world which colonizes most. If she does not achieve the rank today, she will make it tomorrow." No one can deny the direction England has by far surpassed all other countries. Much has been said, even in Germany, during the last few decades about the disintegrating power of England. Indeed, there seems to be something to it when we consider Palmerston era and Gladstonian politics. It has become customary in our age of military power to evaluate the strength of a state in terms of its combat-ready troops. But anyone who looks at the globe and notes the steadily increasing colonial possession of Great Britain, how she extracts strength from them, the skill with which she governs them, how the Anglo-Saxon strain occupies a dominant position in the overseas territories, he will begin to see the military argument as the reasonable or reasoning of a Philistine. The fact of that England tenaciously holds on to its worldwide possessions with scarcely 1/4 of the manpower of our continental military state. That is not only a great economic advantage, but also a striking proof of the solid power and cultural fiber of England. Great Britain, of course, isolates herself far from the mass warfare on the continent, or only goes into action with dependable allies. Hence, the insular state has suffered and will suffer no real damage. In any case, it would be wise for us Germans to learn about colonial skills from our Anglo-Saxon cousins and to begin a friendly competition with them. When the German Reich centuries ago stood at the pinnacle of the states of Europe, it was the number one trade and sea power. If the new Germany wants to protect its newly won position of power for a long time, it must heed its cultural mission and, above all, delay no longer in the task of renewing the call for colonies.